Aftermath opens with the team still reeling from the shocking violence that nearly destroyed everything they hold dear. Officer John Nolan, played by Nathan Fillion, walks into the station with a heavy heart, his usual calm replaced by sharp eyes that scan every face for signs of guilt. Lucy Chen is finally back on duty after weeks of forced leave, but the spark in her eyes is gone, replaced by quiet pain and questions no one dares to ask out loud. The air feels thick with suspicion because someone inside their own walls fed critical information to the killers. A single leak turned a routine operation into a bloodbath, and now no one trusts anyone. Nolan starts noticing small things that don't add up. A missing report here, a phone call ended too quickly there, a look exchanged between partners that lasts a second too long. He pulls aside his closest friends, trying to act normal, but inside he is screaming. Could it be the sergeant who has always had his back through every crisis, or the young rookie who seemed too eager to please lately? Every hallway conversation feels like a trap, every shared coffee run like a possible setup. The entire Mid-Wilshire division is on edge, doors locked tighter than usual, eyes darting toward anyone who leaves the room. Nolan knows time is running out. If the traitor strikes again, more lives will be lost, and the team he loves, like family, will tear itself apart from the inside. Whispers spread fast through the bullpen about hidden bank accounts and secret meetings after hours. One officer even finds a burner phone hidden in a locker, but before anyone can trace it, the phone disappears. Nolan's mind races as he pieces together tiny clues that point straight into the heart of the people he trusts most. The pressure builds with every passing minute, making the once safe station feel like a battlefield where the enemy wears the same uniform. Friends who used to laugh together now sit in silence, wondering who will be the next to betray them. Nolan realizes he cannot wait for official orders. He must start digging on his own, even if it means risking his badge and the bonds that have kept him alive all these years. The first cracks appear when a crucial piece of evidence in the ongoing case vanishes overnight, and suddenly everyone is pointing fingers without saying a word. The tension is so thick you can cut it with a knife, and Nolan feels the weight of every decision pressing down on him. One wrong move and the traitor will slip away forever, leaving the team destroyed in the aftermath. But Nolan is not the type to back down. With his heart pounding and his instincts on high alert, he vows to uncover the truth no matter how close to home it hits. The station that once felt like home now feels like a cage full of secrets, and the biggest question hangs over everyone like a storm cloud ready to explode. Who among them sold their souls and put bullets in their friends? The clock is ticking louder than ever, and the next 24 hours will decide if the team survives or falls apart forever in this deadly game of shadows and lies. 958 milliseconds. Expert Section 2. The tension explodes as shadows from the past return to haunt the station, and the team realizes the real danger isn't outside, it's already inside. In the rookie season, 8 episode 11. Aftermath, the nightmare deepens when Liam Glasser, the cold-blooded killer everyone fought so hard to lock away, walks free. Wesley Evers watches in disbelief as the DA drops all charges, crushed by an unexpected twist. A convicted serial killer, Harrison Novak, suddenly confesses to more murders with details only the real killer should know. Novak's words unravel the case against Glasser like a house of cards, making the evidence look planted or unreliable. The courtroom deal collapses overnight, and Glasser struts out of custody with a smug grin, stopping by the station the next morning to taunt Nyla Harper with donuts and fake politeness. He reminds her how their last encounter cost her a promotion, then drives off promising to rebuild his life, while everyone knows he's plotting something worse. Nyla stares after him, fists clenched, whispering that this isn't over, but the damage is done. The team feels the betrayal burn deeper because how did this happen? Was there tampering? A leak? Someone on the inside pulling strings? Suspicion now poisons every interaction. Nolan pulls files late at night, searching for missing pieces, his face lit by the computer screen as he questions if the traitor helped Glasser escape justice. Lucy Chen, still raw from her own trauma, tries to focus on a new case. A body found in a motel, but her mind keeps drifting back to the attack that forced her to take a life. She returns to duty, determined to prove she's okay, but the guilt weighs heavy. Tim Bradford watches her closely, urging her not to rush, reminding her she saved her own life when a chemically altered man turned violent. Yet, when the victim's sister confronts Lucy at the station, demanding answers, Lucy chooses humanity over protocol. She sits down with the sister, explaining the impossible choice she faced. No options left but to shoot. The sister listens, tears in her eyes, and finally says she believes Lucy wasn't the monster here. It's a small moment of closure for Lucy, but the station's bigger storm rages on. Meanwhile, Skip Tracer Randy bursts back into the picture, hired to track a con man tied to the motel murder. In classic Randy chaos, he gets knocked out during a chase, triggering a bizarre accent switch from German to Southern thanks to a rare condition. The team almost laughs despite everything, but the humor fades fast when Randy's lead points to a dangerous family with mob ties. As clues connect, Nolan wonders if this new case links back to the leak that doomed the Glasser prosecution. Glasser, now free, could be the ultimate puppet master, or just the start of something bigger. Bailey Nyland gets a chilling warning too. Dangerous people in the government are watching her new Pentagon job closely, hinting at surveillance that could endanger everyone. The once solid team fractures under the pressure. Conversations turn clipped, partners avoid eye contact, and Nolan starts quietly investigating his own people. A hidden message on a desk, a file accessed without reason, a call log that doesn't match. Tiny red flags pile up. Who fed info to Glasser? Who made Novak's confession possible? The questions circle like vultures, and every officer feels the noose tightening. Lucy confides in Tim that she fears the job is changing her forever, while he vows to protect her from whatever comes next. But with Glasser on the loose and a traitor in their ranks, protection feels impossible. The episode builds to a fever pitch as Nolan confronts a suspect alone, heart racing, wondering if this person is the one who sold them out. The station lights flicker like warnings, and the air grows heavier with every unanswered question. Lives hang by threads now, and the next move could shatter the family they've built, or expose the snake hiding in plain sight. The aftermath isn't just recovery. It's a hunt for truth that could destroy them all from within. 1 point. 9 seconds. Fast Section 3. The climax hits like a freight train as the team uncovers layers of deception, forcing John Nolan to make the hardest choice of his career. Confront the traitor who could be anyone he loves. In the rookie season 8, Episode 11, Aftermath, the station becomes a pressure cooker ready to explode when the full weight of the betrayal lands. Liam Glasser walks free after Harrison Novak's shocking confession unravels every piece of evidence Wesley built, dropping all charges in a move that smells like inside sabotage. Glasser doesn't just leave quietly. He shows up at the precinct with a box of donuts, smirking at Nyla Harper as he reminds her their last clash cost her rank. Nyla's eyes burn with fury as she whispers, "This isn't over." But the damage is done. A killer is loose because someone leaked, tampered, or worse. Whispers turn to outright accusations in the locker room. Nolan pores over access logs late at night, heart sinking as patterns emerge. Files pulled by people who shouldn't have, calls made during off hours, a burner phone trace that vanishes before he can pin it down. Bailey Nyland gets her own gut punch, a cryptic warning that shadowy government figures are watching her Pentagon role, possibly tying back to the same network that freed Glasser. She sets a trap, feeding false intel to see who bites, while Nolan pushes Gray for answers, his voice cracking with rare anger. Lucy Chen's personal storm reaches its peak too. After confronting the victim's sister with raw honesty, "I had no choice, but I carry it every day," she finds fragile peace, yet the station's poison seeps in. She overhears hushed talks about the leak, wonders if her own trauma made her miss signs. Tim stays glued to her side, protective but strained, as they chase the motel murder, linked to a mob family through Randy's chaotic help. His accent flip from the knockout, adding brief, absurd relief before reality crashes back. The team fractures visibly. Partners hesitate on calls. Eyes avoid in the bullpen, trust erodes like sand. Nolan finally corners a lead, a digital footprint pointing too close to home. He gathers what he can, breath shallow, knowing one wrong accusation could end careers and friendships. Glasser, out there plotting revenge, might be the spark, but the real fire is the mole who handed him the match. As night falls, Nolan stands in the empty briefing room, staring at photos of his team pinned to the board, each face now a question mark. The episode ends on a razor edge. A single text arrives on Nolan's phone, anonymous but clear. "You're getting warmer, but look closer." The screen fades as suspicion thickens the air, leaving viewers breathless. Who sold out the team? Was it ambition, fear, blackmail? The aftermath isn't healing. It's war from within, and the next betrayal could be fatal. Lives, loyalty, everything hangs by a thread, and Nolan knows the truth will hurt worse than any bullet. The hunt intensifies, secrets unravel, and Mid-Wilshire may never be the same after this deadly reveal tears through the heart of the family.